Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. My name is Andrew, coming to you from the beautiful Carolinas. Today's topic is going to be how the narcissist steals your energy. Think about that for a minute. Everyone, if you like the content, please like, subscribe, and share. So your energy, this is what makes you you. I've created dozens of these videos over the year. You're now understanding that your time, your energy, your purpose, everything that makes you you is precious, it's invaluable. And the narcissist wanted to take all of this and more from you. But focusing on the narcissist and the energy that they want to steal from you, think about what a trigger is. A trigger is when you are having a reaction or a response or a feeling of something from the past that reminded you of what happened. Now, a trigger is not a good thing, but each and every one of us experienced triggers, not only when we were in the relationship, but certainly post-relationship, because this is why we have to heal from these relationships. This is the relationship you will need to heal from. Remember, the narcissist has nothing to heal from. You do, and I do, we all do. But how the narcissist steals your energy, that's just one small example. Another one would be, let's say, when you were living with them, so you would come home, and again, you would be maybe on the couch resting after a hard day's work, or maybe it was Friday night and you were getting ready to have some take-in or something, or just take it easy. And what would happen? Well, maybe the narcissist would come home and then they would blame you or tell you that, why are you sitting on the couch? Why are you doing nothing? The reason you were doing nothing is because you had just worked a whole week and now you were entitled to enjoy your weekend. But see, the narcissist doesn't want you enjoying your weekend. They want to steal your energy. They want to burn you out. Picture, if you will, a battery that has a full charge. That was you. When you were in the relationship, you were a clean slate. You were like the Energizer Bunny, but you were putting all that energy and effort into a sinking ship, which was the narcissistic relationship, and certainly the narcissist. You didn't know this because you weren't taught narcissism 101 in school. You didn't realize what that person was doing, that they were methodically stealing your energy, stealing your mindset, stealing your hope, your dreams, your aspirations, your goals, your purpose, everything about you. Simultaneously, they were destroying your relationships with your own children, your stepchildren, your neighbors, your colleagues, your business associates, your immediate family members, their family members, your extended family members, people in hobby groups and organizations you were a part of. This is how the narcissist slowly, insidiously creeps into a person's life, and they steal whatever they can, starting with energy and mindset. And as you stayed in that relationship more and more, you were trying to put out fires that this person was starting intentionally. You didn't realize that they were doing things on purpose. Example, saying things like, oh, I forgot, I misplaced the keys. Could you help me find them? I don't know where they are. Well, the whole time they were in the narcissist's pocket, but they wanted you running around the house looking for the keys because they were trying to do what? That's right, they were trying to steal your energy. Same thing, let's say you would pick up the narcissist after work. Maybe they told you, hey, I'm gonna get off work today at 5:30. Can you be there and pick me up? And you would say, sure, no problem. You got off work at 5 and you drove straight over to wherever the narcissist was working. Again, you didn't know they were a narcissist. You were waiting outside. Well, 5:30 came and went. It's now 5:45. And your car's running and the air conditioning is going and you're burning gasoline and electricity, whatever. You text them, you get no response, but you're sitting right where you're supposed to be, waiting for them. Well, now it's 6:15. It's 45 minutes later. They didn't text you, they didn't call you, they did nothing. And you're wondering, did I get this right? So you review your messages. And you read it and it says, yeah, be there at 5:30. Well, you're there, you've been there, but no call, no show, nothing. Then you get out of your car, maybe you go to the place of business and you knock on the door or talk to the bellman, whatever you do, and say, hey, is so-and-so here? And, oh yeah, they left 2 hours ago. What? What are you talking about? That's just one example. See, they just burned your energy. They burned your time. They now ruined your day, your night, and probably your weekend. Use that same example. Maybe you talk to the front desk person, and instead of them saying, yeah, that so-and-so left 2 hours ago, maybe they say, yeah, they're still in there, and they told me they're going to be there at least until 9 o'clock. So are you going to wait, or what are you going to do? Is there something you want me to give them a message from you? And you would be saying, I don't need you to give them a message. I just don't understand why they're not talking. Well, you didn't know that back then. Now you know. This is how the narcissist steals your energy. So let's say, using that example, now it's 9 o'clock and you went home a long time ago, and then they text you and say, I'm ready, as if nothing ever happened. And you live 20 minutes away. And what do? You bite your tongue, you jump in the car, you go pick them up. It's now 9:20, and they're acting like everything's great. And they're saying, hey, where are we going for dinner? What's happening? You're like, I was told to pick you up at 5:30. That was 4 hours ago. I've already eaten, I've done everything, I cleaned the house, I paid the bills, I did whatever I had to do, but I don't get it. And then they would say, oh, you didn't see my text? You didn't see that I wrote the text, but I forgot to hit send. I'm so sorry. Well, now think about this. This is how someone disrupts your mindset, your energy. They have you doubting yourself. They are blowing up you and your mindset. This is what the narcissist does. So that's one example. Another one would be your money. What does the narcissist love more than money? They love your money more than money. And when your money runs out, usually that's when the narcissist runs out. Again, you didn't know this back then, but what is financial abuse? It's when somebody is using you and your bank account, your 401k, your paycheck and more to benefit them. And you are not helping yourself out, although you thought you were helping them out when you took them on trips to Disney and to all the cities and the countries and everything. Well, when you did that, you were doing it because you're a kind, loving, stable person. They were doing it on your dime because they knew that that relationship was going to end, and they were continuing to try to fracture it and break you and that relationship by driving wedges between you and anything that mattered to you. But for this example, it's money. So when your money ran out, probably about that time, that's when your health took a hit also. And the smear campaign was well underway, and division of you and anything that mattered to you was well underway, but you didn't know this. You were not taught it in school. And then one day, let's say that you decided to exit the company, the workforce, or maybe you were let go amicably, whatever it was. Well, now the narcissist was looking at you like, wait, you're not the walking ATM anymore? How are we going to pay for this lifestyle? What's going on? I'm not paying for anything. Go through your 401k, or sell your Rolex watch, or sell your car, whatever you have to do, but get money. Now, did they come out and tell you that? Maybe, maybe not. But again, everybody provides utility for the narcissist. If you don't have utility, whether it be lending an ear, money, time, status, arm candy, access, if you don't provide utility, they're not going to look twice at you. Again, each and every person that was in the narcissistic relationship provided different utility for the narcissist, which is why we are all on the healing path, headed in the same direction, simply taking different footsteps. If you've healed, you can finish my sentence like that. I already have healed, so I can finish yours in a heartbeat. I can tell where you are on the journey, how much work you have to go through, and how much more it's going to take. Not time, but how much more processing. Now remember, nobody, and I mean nobody, can tell you when you will heal. There's not one person who can tell you that. The healing path is a direct correlation contingent upon how much work you place into yourself. That's what I had to learn, and that's what you're learning. But your energy is priceless. Think about this. The relationship is ended, you're healing, but you still haven't closed all the avenues of communication with the narcissist. Well, number one, what are you waiting for? Number two, if you still have communication avenues open to them, they may attempt to reach out to you and contact you, saying they left an old smelly dish rag in the underneath the sink that they want back from 15 years ago, or they left an old tube sock from 22 years ago in your drawer and they want to grab that. Or maybe they just said, hey, let's just sit down and have a conversation. You know, I do miss you, and I love you, and I want to be with you. Well, think about it. You now know what narcissism is. You now know who that person you're considering is, and you know what they did to you. What they wanted to do was trap you in an invisible prison, and they wanted you stuck pining for them, living or existing in the narcissistic fog, a place you didn't even know existed. But then again, you didn't even know what narcissism existed. This is how they want to steal your energy. So post-relationship, one of the best things I can suggest, and I've done it for years and years, is go no contact, block that person, delete them, remove them, and all flying monkeys and people associated with them. If not now, when? If you can't do it, I get it. Maybe you're waiting to sell the house, maybe you're waiting for the kids to become legal age or something, but get ready to create, develop, and execute your exit plan. Your exit plan is a plan to get away from the narcissist and eventually go no contact. Each and every one of us have had to do that, or we are about to do that, or we are working on doing that, because having toxicity in your life will never serve you. Walking on eggshells will never serve you. Having someone not allow you to sleep will never serve you. Think about what the narcissist does. They gaslight you, they sleep deprive you, they financially abuse you, they blame shift you, they triangulate you, they use the smear campaign, they throw rage fits on you, they act like petulant children, they throw temper tantrums, but they're in adult bodies. And they know what they're doing. If you think for a moment they don't know what they're doing, you really need to take a good hard look at your educational level, because these people put the same clothes on as you do, they breathe the same air, and that what they need is they need a fuel source. They need to steal people's energy, and that's what they did with me, and I'm sure that's what they've done with you. That's why once you get the wisdom, you need to batten down the hatches, close all avenues of communication with this person or these people, and you need to heal and heal properly. Have a small footprint, maintain your boundaries, go no contact, insulate and protect yourself, stay in that cocoon of boundaries, and understand that if where you are is where you want to be, good, stay there. If where you are is not where you want to be, well, there's work to be done. But the work to be done, what needs to be by you, for you, and to benefit you. And the narcissist may try to impede your path. They may try to impede your progress. They may try to use that sixth sense that they have to stop you from healing. This is what the narcissist does so frequently. That's why you need to understand that the narcissist wanted to steal your energy, your time, your relationships, your health, your mindset, your money, and more. And they accomplished a lot of this throughout that relationship until when? Until they couldn't do it any longer, until you finally found the needle in a haystack. You cracked the code and you figured out who they were. That's why you need to get away from these people as fast and as far as you possibly can. You need to maintain your boundaries, conserve your energy, get your battery fully charged again, keep your cup full, insulate and protect yourself, and understand that you made it out, you dodged a bullet. If you were in a relationship for 1 day or 50 years, you're out. You're healing or you've healed, and you're understanding that your energy is priceless and you have so much more of a beautiful path ahead of you to go through on this thing called life without toxicity and without the narcissist or any toxic person that potentially could be in your life in the future, is now, or was in the past. That's why you have to cut the ties, and the 4 ties before I close the video are the emotional tie, the financial tie, the physical tie, and the spiritual tie. As these ties are cut, you begin to get stronger. As you get stronger, they get weaker, the narcissist that is. The weaker they get, the more clarity arrives in your mind. The clearer your mind gets, the more you see what they've done to you. They see the damage, and then you understand that yes, you do have to heal from this relationship. And yes, the narcissist is stuck in that low vibrational state, and they can never escape it. What they need is a human piñata. What they need is a person to be a sounding board. What they need is a mom. What they need is someone to cook, to clean, to pay their bills, to guide them through life. You can't do that any longer. This person you're considering is a sinking ship, and they know it. And no longer can you carry them on your back, giving them a piggyback ride through life. Cut the cord, cut the ties, leave this person in the past, let them slither away off to wherever they're gonna go, as long as it's as far away from you as possible, and heal properly. So everyone, that's the video. I hope you liked it. I loved doing it from the beautiful Carolinas. This is Andrew. Namaste. Have a great afternoon, evening, or morning. No matter where you are on the planet, you are not alone. I love you all. God bless you, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. It was your energy the narcissist wanted to steal. You may have thought that they loved you. They didn't. You may have thought that they want to grow old with you. They didn't. You may have thought that they actually cared about you at one point. Well, truth be told, they may have, only to get their dirty fangs sunken into you so they could begin to extract whatever they wanted from you. These people are walking anacondas, ticking time bombs, and cesspool cyclones of destruction. They know what they're doing. They need a host, and that host can no longer be you. Block them. Go no contact. I love you all. God bless you, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye, everybody.